Good afternoon. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez this morning announced that he will visit Kiev on Monday to reaffirm Spain's support for Ukraine and its President Volodymyr Zelensky. On Monday, I will be in Kiev to reaffirm Spain's support for Ukrainian democracy, Sanchez wrote on social media. The visit comes shortly after Donald Trump called the Ukrainian leader a dictator without elections and warned that he'd better move fast or he's not going to have a country left. Trump posted on his social media platform Truth Social just hours after Zelensky hit back at his suggestion that Kiev should have never started the war, saying the US president was living in a Russian space of disinformation. Trump has moved on negotiations to end the 3-year-long Russian-Ukraine war without the participation of Kiev and other European governments. He said Europe has failed to bring peace in Ukraine and the US was successfully negotiating an end to the war. Meanwhile, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Pedro Sanchez yesterday rejected a controversial proposal by Donald Trump to displace Palestinians from the war-devastated Gaza Strip. The Arab League is scheduled to hold an extraordinary meeting in Cairo on March the 4th in response to Trump's plan to take over Gaza and permanently move its Palestinian inhabitants elsewhere, including to Egypt and Jordan, and then develop the coastal territory into the Riviera of the Middle East. Speaking in Madrid ahead of the gathering, Sisi called for the international community's support and adoption of a plan to rebuild the Gaza Strip without displacing the Palestinian people. Sanchez, one of the staunchest defenders of the Palestinian cause within the European Union, agreed, saying Gaza belongs to the Palestinians and is part of the future Palestinian state. A transnational drug trafficking tunnel has been discovered connecting Spain to Morocco for the transfer of narcotics. The tunnel was discovered by officers searching warehouses in Ceuta in North Africa. In a warehouse located under an industrial estate, a 12-metre long shaft leads to a tunnel that runs towards the border with Morocco was uncovered. Spanish authorities have confirmed that the discovery of the tunnel has already resulted in 14 arrests. 2 of those were members of the Guardia Civil. The tunnel's discovery comes after the seizure of 3 trucks carrying more than 6,000 kilograms of hashish under false bottoms. Recently, multiple children have been found smuggling hashish. Last week, 3 people, 2 of them being minors, were arrested with bricks of hashish strapped to their bodies. Earlier this month, 3 children travelling with their mother were found to have a total of 569 bags of drugs on them. And Kylian Mbappe was celebrating a perfect night with Real Madrid that included his 3rd Champions League hat-trick and his club securing a spot in the round of 16 to keep alive its hopes of winning a record 16th European title. With a pair of goals in the first half and another in the second, Mbappe led Madrid to a comfortable 3-1 win over Manchester City last night. The Spanish powerhouse advanced 6-3 on aggregate after a 3-2 first leg win in England. That's the latest from TRE. I'm Bob James.